Hey, good morning, free thinkers. I wanted to speak to you guys about this life lesson. I think this is a very important life lesson that God put in place. You see, God made man dominion and give them authority over every other species on this planet. That's what God did. And then he understood that men needed needed a support system. So he created womb man, the one that carries, that has a womb. So his intention was that this other person was carrying man's creation, right? So I want you to hear what the word that I'm using: man, woman, human, right? So that word man keeps coming up. So his intention was always man, and then everybody else follow. He gave us that inevitable rights and dominion over everybody. So I say this to say, when he set this up, it was set up that there would be no competition. There's no competition between the two because he already set his first one up as the first. So everybody else come is the support system. So a lot of people have to understand that society, which if you read the Bible, a lot of times God had to come back and correct society because society decided to go against God's word and God's will. Even though he gave them the basic instructions before leaving earth, the Bible, they have going in there, went to the Bible, change it, and do with it what they want to, and they're not supposed to do that, right? And society has fallen for it, and people have fall for it, right? Now, there was never supposed to be a competition from the other person. It was supposed they were put here to be a support system for man. So there is no supposed to be no competition. We have taken this to where we're competing against each other. Well, one is trying to compete with the other and not understand that you were never put here to compete. These people, and let me just take this back a little bit. For those of you who are in the support role of helping and understanding why you are here and the assignment, this is not for you. But you should still listen to it because you should tell people this life lesson. But I'm talking to those who do not accept God's will and what God put in place. These people show up to church every Sunday. They do not want to be held accountable for anything, and they don't want to be judged. So that means that they're putting themselves above man, who God put in place to judge and rule, and they're putting themselves on the same limit as God or above God. Because they tell you to don't judge them, only God could judge them. But he already judged you. And that's why true narcissists are these people. They will tell you that men are narcissists, but true narcissists are these people. They will tell you exactly who they are if you listen to them. They're narcissists. I would never vote for these people because if you cannot be judged and if you cannot be held accountable for anything, why would I vote for you or follow you when you were never supposed to be when you were never supposed to be in that role? You were never supposed to be in that role. So for me to follow somebody who can't be judged or not be held accountable for anything, that's not where I'm going with this. It's not. God said in the Bible, be wary of false prophets and false preachers. You must look to your husband for advice. It's a lot of these false prophets live in gated communities. These false prophets flying around in G5 plane and telling you that, listen, the man have his foot on your neck, but how come he doesn't have his foot on your neck, but everybody else's neck? What are you doing different? He doesn't have his foot on your neck. These people have done so many wrong things that they believe that what they're doing is right because society have set them up to let them think that they're in control. God never put you in control. He put you here to support. So your issue is not with man, right? You're more mad at God than man because he did not make you his first pick. He made man his first pick, and I put you there, womb man, to carry man's work, man's will, man's child. But society has set us up that we're supposed to be arguing with each other because somehow we are equal. We were never meant to be equal. We weren't made at the same time. From me came you. And people have used this to do the worst things. And again, There's biblicals in the Bible where God has come back and bring his wrath because people, society decided that they're going to do what they want to do instead of what God did. God tell them to do. What God gave man the authority to do. We have false prophets who tell it, who are rewriting the Bible, telling you this is what God meant. No, no, God already told us what He meant. We don't need you to interpret anything that God said, but you interpret it so that you could please society. And the Bible didn't say for you to please anybody; it's for you to worship God, one and only. And we have taken this to where we have taken away our inalienable rights to what we were put here to do. Go forward and multiply. Now, it's funny how a man could go to jail for not paying child support. But we have people who have unlive people just because they say they made a mistake. And these same people will go to church, no forgiveness, no judging, no accountability, and walk back out of church and do the same thing all over again. No accountability. That makes you a narcissist. And you want to tell everybody else that, no, 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 these are narcissists. You see how these men act? No, you're a narcissist. You're doing the same, you walk out of church, you go back to do the same thing all over again, and no accountability, and you shouldn't be judged. I just wanted everybody to hear this from me this morning, because this morning this came to me this morning when I got up this morning, that, you know, if I don't say it, who will say it? And I know a lot of people are saying it, but we have to take this into consideration that society have told people that they need to be in competition. And you can't be in competition with what God created first. You can't. Free thinkers. Be free. And this is my life lesson to everyone here this morning.